Red Crisis Scotland.
This is probably going to sound a little bit corny. I think that volunteering on the helpline is one of the best things that I've done.
I've made friendships that I'll have for life.
I always call this office like a little bubble, a little feminist bubble.
Being on the helpline is very different from what a lot of people think it's going to be. Of course, there are times where it is difficult. You hear difficult things, and it's never good to hear that stuff. But a lot of people are quite surprised when they ask me how my shift was, and I'd be like, oh, it was great.
At the end of a shift, I feel like I've really done something positive. I have listened and supported survivors, maybe made their lives feel a little bit better and helped them get through that evening.
I didn't expect to make such good friends. I didn't expect to get so much out of it personally.
We're part of a bigger movement. We work alongside local rape crisis centres across Scotland who can offer ongoing face-to-face support for survivors, prevention work that happens in schools and youth groups.
They have different projects that work with asylum seekers. They do more advocacy, and we always try to refer survivors, if they want to the different centres all over Scotland.
I'm really aware of how difficult it is to pick the phone up and speak to a stranger. And just that one step of picking the phone up takes so much courage. And then to move forward and share how you're feeling with somebody that you don't know is just, astounding how people find the courage to do that.
You do give a lot of support to the people who call, but there's so much that you get out of doing it as well. There's been times where I've been in the helpline like laughing really loudly, and probably for an outsider they would just be like, I don't really understand. But there's so much that I've learned from survivors who've contacted the helpline.
It's given me a deeper understanding of how the inequalities in this world impact on sexual violence.
You get really angry and you want changes to happen. Anybody can experience sexual violence, and that have to reflect in the helpline staff. So you can come from anywhere, be any age.
When I started at the helpline, I felt a little bit scared. I hadn't had an academic background. I didn't really know a lot about feminism. I wasn't sure whether I would fit in to an organisation like Rape Crisis. The one thing that struck me was how friendly everybody was, how approachable.
You get so much training, so you are really well prepared.
We had ongoing support and supervision, really good peer support from the other volunteers.
They went over and above what they had to do to support me, both professionally and personally.
The training is pretty intensive. It's a big commitment, but it's an enjoyable commitment. It's not a test. Nobody's there to sort of judge you. Everybody's there to sort of help bring you along on your own journey through the training.
By the end of it, you feel really ready to take on the role of being on the helpline. And once you get your first few calls done, then you notice a big difference and you feel your confidence growing.
Here's some feedback from people who have used the service.
Having someone that allows you to talk about your feelings without judgment has really helped me with the scary thoughts.
I've been so afraid and unsure, but my choices of help were gently laid out before me, and I'm not so scared now.
I thought it's too late to recover because the damage has already been done to me, but Rape Crisis proved that recovery is possible.
I feel supported. I know I'm not alone.
I've become a better listener. I've become a better friend.
It feels like you make a difference every day you work.
If you're thinking about volunteering, I would say just do it. It's something that you won't regret and you'll get a lot out of it.
Every single job that I have applied for since I started here, I have talked about my time on the helpline. The training has been hugely beneficial for me.
Being a volunteer at Rape Crisis has been life-changing.
I really didn't expect to meet such a great group of women and it just to feel like a big family.